Hoyoverse, a Chinese company known for making the popular Genshin Impact game, made a game that you fundamentally cannot escape, and YouTube will shove it down your throat because this Chinese company has too much money.
Nice to meet you. I'm Natasha, an underworld doctor.
These ads were everywhere in 2023 and are the fundamental result of me playing the game. I've never played Genshin Impact because of Plus, I have other games to play, but from what I've seen from clips and screenshots online, I decided to give it a shot and play it for the month of October. And after 45 hours of total playtime, here are my thoughts on the game. Overhyped. Honkai Star Rail isn't anything special, just a turn-based RPG that follows standard story to give character development and meaning. The plot is that you're taking this train to other worlds, destroying Stellarons, which are basically nuclear weapons that destroy society and its people. As of the writing of this essay, there are two major arcs to Honkai Star Rail. I call them the Belobog arc and the Xianzhou Wafu arc, each having their own characters which are related to their own problems. For instance, the Belobog arc is about ending the eternal freeze that divided the city, which built a class system for underground and above people. You get to see how major characters experience the way life worked and show their relationship with others. When I experienced the story, I didn't give a massive care about the characters all that much, unless it's a funny thing from YouTube. On top of this, half of the significant character development is under side quests, which make me not gonna care about them all that much, since it doesn't feel mandatory to know these characters, despite them being somewhat required for progression, and I will definitely get back to that once we're at the gameplay section. Plus, removing the final battle in the Belobog arc, the lead-up with Gakolia and Bronya felt standard and done so many times in the past. And I was criticized for this online because I'm supposed to accept that we're just supposed to reuse ideas all the time. Of course, many of these ideas can help inspire new concepts and stories, but when experiencing the Belobog arc, I rolled my eyes because I knew how it was going to end up with how it's set up. The Xianzhou Wafu arc, on the other hand, handled it much better. I do think exploring Dong Hong as a character was more interesting, and the lead-up was much better here than the previous one. This is a live service game, meaning that they will add content in the game and will never be complete. This isn't to say it's bad. Most of the Hoyoverse games are this and also require to be free with microtransactions here and there. Go to the menu and you get to gamble for new characters for your party or glorified cards that increase character stats. This is how addictions start. Get them interested in a game loop and ask them to spend money or tickets to gamble for the highest rated characters. I've only spent around $10 on a pre-order bonus since I got it for PlayStation, the platform I ended up getting the game on, and the only characters I've ever gotten that are highly rated is Yanquin and Welt, because luck is all you need to win this abomination. But hey, they have to make money somehow on a game that isn't $70. How is the actual gameplay addicting? Honkai Star Rail is your standard turn-based RPG with some things to make it its own. You are trying to get rid of these gray bars so the enemy doesn't do a special attack and kill all your party members. You would need to have characters that have the same icons as the enemy so those gray bars can disappear. So it's important to get a good amount of characters to work with so you can be flexible with your party. With the already mentioned gambling aspects, you will have to level up by using items and doing optional battles to get items. But also you need to increase your Trailblazer level, which is your overall player level, and then you need to do equilibrium level nonsense because they need you to stay on the game all the time. This is basically why they made those character development nonsense into side quests due to the constant gameplay loop. Like I mentioned, it's a live service game and they need the player to stick around forever to make sure their characters can get to a certain level, along with increasing item stats as well. At this rate, it's giving you too much stuff to do, which on paper is good, but it's just an endless cycle of increasing levels just so you can have your characters in your party. This isn't making any sense. In conclusion, Honkai Star Rail is a product of the current economics of the gaming industry, and given the game came from China, it's fair to say that it only exists to make a profit. Why would it have gambling features, to forcing players to play every single day, to grinding out characters, and even playing ads everywhere? Because short-term investments are what the company is running on in order to stay afloat. It's not a bad game, but this game only exists to make a profit, and it's sad since the character designs here are really good and the gameplay as a whole isn't bad. It's in my top 15 best games I ever played this year, but you can't hide the fact that Honkai Star Rail is a game you are forced to play because people are becoming consumers and we can eat anything that people put on our plates, like Applebee's or the Hyundai Getaway Sales event. Call me crazy all you want, but this is just how I see the game.
That's all. Chump change. Chump change.